I am Jeff Foxworthy. It has been debated what I do. I'm a husband, I'm a dad, I'm a son, brother, child of God. I'm also a comedian and a writer and an actor. Do a lot of different things. But what I do and who I am are not really the same thing. I heard about Purpose on Tap from a friend of mine, Calder Justice. Years ago, I spoke at a thing kind of similarly for a group of guys that were younger guys that were kind of looking for some mentorship in their life. And I kind of have a heart for that thing because I grew up without a dad. And I kind of challenged them to get up off your butt and go do something for somebody else. And I was doing a small group Bible study down at the Atlanta Mission. I did that for like 12 years, and Calder ended up coming in and sitting in and co-teaching and all. And so he and a group of friends started this Purpose on Tap, kind of for younger guys starting out in life. It's kind of answer the question, why am I here? Why am I here, and what am I designed to do? And so I came and spoke, I guess it was 2017, and really enjoyed my time. And so I ran into Calder not long ago, and he goes, hey, after COVID, we kind of shut down. We're trying to kick it back off. Would you do it again? And I'm like, if y'all are that desperate, I'm happy to do it. And it's like, how do you use it? So it's kind of influenced everything I've ever done. I mean, nothing in life prepared me to be a person of notoriety. But once that happened, it's like, okay, you got a platform. What are you going to do with this platform? And hopefully I've used it well. Well, Jesus said, I've come so you can have life to the full. You can have life to the fullest. And I think so many of us live our lives without it being full because we chase the wrong things. And so much of it is perspective. So I'm 64 now. I've seen the 40s, the 50s, the 30s. I've raised kids. They're grown. I've got grandkids. So my perspective is different than a guy that's sitting out there that's 28 years old. And so maybe I can say to him, hey, here's what the world's going to tell you is important, but take it from somebody that has been rich, been famous, been poor, been obscure. Here's what I found to be true and not true. And that's all I want for these guys, that they live life to the full. There's no practice lap. You get one lap around the track. Make the most of it. So we were created for a purpose. I need a stool. How are you guys? Oh, wow, that was quick. Awesome. Go Dogs. We can call them if you want to. Welcome. I know maybe some people showed up because I'm a comedian, but I'm not going to do comedy tonight. But it's something I love. But I will tell you this joke that Jay Leno just told me. Because like people always come to my show and they're like, crap, I laughed for an hour and a half and I can't remember anything you said. And I'm like, good, because you'll come back again and pay to do it again. So, but Leno told me this show, so here's a joke you can take home. It's totally clean. You can take it anywhere. So, man and a woman married for 25 years. The wife dies. As they're carrying her casket into the church, they cut the corner too close and they slam it against the corner, slam the casket against it. And when they do, they can hear, and they're like, holy cow, and they set it down and they open it up. She's alive. She steps out of the thing, she's totally fine. She lives 25 more years. She dies again. They're carrying her casket into the church, and the husband says, watch the corner, watch the corner. Don't think I can do 25 more. So one of the things that I really enjoy in life is kind of mentoring men. And I think it's heavily.
It's another man in the circle. And with that, we do life very well together. And any of them can attest to it.
So the goal is kind of to live life to the fullest.
Absolutely. Plus, we like to eat tacos before drinking beer. So
Yeah.
that's what we did tonight. Part of it.
I don't know if I want to sit in at the end of your small group or not. For those of you that don't know what a small group is, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a small group of guys that meet probably weekly. I've been in 2 of them in my life, one of them for over 20 years, and we would meet Thursday mornings in the back of a barbecue restaurant and have breakfast, same guys every week. But it's what Doc's talking about, you're doing life together. And so, I mean, we would set it up with, it was on biblical principles. And it's like, I know some of you here aren't believers, and that, you know, I am, and I'm not going to apologize for it. But it's like even things like the 10 Commandments, you know, that if you think about it from a father's perspective, thou shalt not commit adultery. Well, does that mean he's not going to love you if you do that? No. What it says is, if you do this, you're going to break all trust with your wife and all trust with your kids, and you're going to jack up your life. So that's why it's a rule. That's why it's a guardrail. Don't do this. You're going to jack up your life. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife or thy neighbor's possessions. So if you're not satisfied with what you have, if you're looking around, in comparison is the death of contentment. I will tell you that. If you're looking around going, I'm not happy because I don't have what he's got, it's going to jack up your life. You're going to start chasing the wrong things. And so that's why there were these commandments. It was a loving father going, don't do this. You'll screw up your life if you do this. So, but my small group, we went through the birth of kids together. We buried parents together. You know, we might have a lesson plan. We'd pick books of the Bible and we say, okay, over the next month, we're going to go through the book of John. But if some guy came in and he's like, hey guys, I'm really struggling in my marriage, we'd close the lesson, and that's what we do that day. Is other guys would go, hey man, I've been through that. I've struggled in my marriage. And I think, and the reason I ask you why you're here tonight, you wouldn't be here if everything in your life was perfect. I just get that feeling as you're like, man, I've chased everything the world says there is to chase, but I'm still not satisfied. And that is the beauty of a small group, and that is the beauty of faith to me. Here's the other thing that we do as men is, like I used to notice when I would take my kids to school, and I have all girls, and that's why I have the gray hair. I have all girls. But people would ask the little girls, what do you want to be when you grow up? And a little girl could say, I want to be a mom, and that was a great answer. But little boys never said, I want to be a dad, or I want to be a husband. Little boys would say, I want to be a football player, or I want to be a fireman, or I want to be a policeman, and so I think early on as men, we're indoctrinated, we're identified by what we do is who we are. I was doing an interview 7 or 8 years ago, talking to a lady, and one of her questions, she goes, okay, so you do stand-up, you write books, you paint, you host TV shows. Which one are you? And I thought, well, that's a weird question. I've never been asked that before. And I said to her, I said, well, the things you've named are all things that I do. And I love the things that I do. I feel like the luckiest. I don't know why I can do them. I can just do them. It is a gift. And so many of you hear what you do for a living. It's a gift. I can't even take credit for being good at anything because I don't know why I can do it. I can just do it. But it's a gift, and I've been entrusted with it, and I'm a steward of it. I said, but those are all things that I do. Who I am is I'm a husband, and I'm a father, and I'm a brother, and I'm a son, and I'm a child of God, and I'm a person of this community.
And so through the course of my life, what I do may change many, many times. Probably a lot of you folks. I mean, you've changed careers, changed jobs many, many times. Nothing wrong with that. But what I wanted was who I am to stay consistent through all of that. So they're not the same thing.